Hi everybody. So I'm really happy to be here today with you. It's the first time for me this kind of session online, on internet, on YouTube, on Zoom. It's a lot of pressure on me, but I'll be fine, I know. So thank you for joining. And let me introduce myself. So I am Julie BADIN. So Chris, you really said it really well, so don't worry. I am a visual artist. I live in Marseille in the south of France, where it's a beautiful place to live. And to sum up my background, I studied art at university for 5 years between Nîmes, still in the south of France, and also in Paris, where I stayed there for 10 years. And I also learned photography there in international school. And then I moved to Marseille, and I wanted to explore different territories and different medium. So as a visual artist, sorry, I work mainly in photography and drawing for now, because I think my work can evolve. It's still in progress. So for now, I'm really attached to these two mediums. And each medium takes a different place in my statements. Photography was something I did in the past, mainly. And since a year or so, I really focus my work on drawing. So I will show you in a minute what I do. About my statement, my work, as I said, it's a work that I constantly work on, because I realized after a long time that it was really linked to who I was and who I am and who I will be. So I would say that my work now is mainly inspired by my own introspection, my experience, and also unpredictability, because it's something that is really is always here around, always around. So this is the way I work. I work with these three components, and I would say my work is it deals with the relationship between consciousness and unconsciousness, not as I would say a duality, but as a meeting, as something that always comes and goes and go along. So yeah, I'm really interested into this gap between the two. And I'm really interested in the concepts of origin, representation, and belief. They're always in the background of my artwork from the beginning when I started to study. So they're very important to me. And I would say also a last point about my statement is my work is always a dialogue between outside and inside. It's something that is really important to understand, that its relationship is always also moving. It's a dynamic. It's always a response to each other. A few years ago, that really sum up my personality and the environment, the universe I work in. Yeah, about see, not see. Always this thing around about that. So I will start to speak about photography, because it was a part of my work before I decided to change for drawing. Photography to me was a work. Was something I did for a lot of years. I think photography to me was a way to find like external visual clues. Basically, I use photography to search things, to search something from outside. So this had led me to explore my surroundings, mainly what was around me, what I could see and can't see. And with this picture, with these pictures, I did a series, analog series called the Reality Principle. It's a very long-term, it's a long-term project that I started 20 years ago that I'm still working on. And it's about this journey in life, this journey looking at this great outside. Then I swapped into digital photography when I was a student in Paris, and I realized that photography was something that I could do differently. So I started to take pictures in the studio, and I discovered the studio as a place where I could definitely be myself, and a place where I can rebirth. In my life, I have many times where I don't know if I can say that, but I died and I rebirth. As I said earlier, my work is really linked to my own experience, my own life. So this is, I think, then I did a few other series about that, about the growing effects, like epiphany, a triptych. Then I started to question the origin of mankind through photography, still in the studio. So with my own concepts and my own references. And then I think it was one of the last series I did in photography. I heard you were coming down. Is linked to the revelation, one of the revelation about the great Savior coming to save us. Something from outside, something from bigger than us. And then there was like a breakdown in my practice. I don't know if I can say breakdown, but like a big, I needed to come back to the origin, going back to something that was different. So here we are, totally different work. That's really different, I mean, really. But to me, it's in the continuity of what I did. So before I was concentrated on the outside, and through drawing, I very slightly managed to slide into the inside. To me, the inside is more like about interiority. So with the drawing, I started at first to do like if I was a child, because as we know, when we are children, the first glance, the first taste of art is, I don't know if you remember, but I think we all started by drawing, singing, or dancing. You know, something very easy to get. And I went back naturally to drawing. For me, it was a link to this special time of my life where everything was possible. And I think the drawing is a way to get back into this simple approach, this minimalistic approach. It's very easy to draw. You just need a pen and a paper, and then you don't need to be technically good. You don't need knowledge. You don't need any kind of artistic culture. And so this is where I started to draw again. And so this series are really linked to what I feel and what I think. It's like a projection, mental projection of my thoughts. And they are really linked to also my mind, the way I am, the way I feel, the way I think about myself and also about the world. So I can't really present everything today because it's a lot, but yeah, it's just to give you an idea of these drawings. So through drawings, I'm connecting to my inner self and hopefully to the bigger self, the great picture, the great inside. I don't know how to explain, maybe spirituality. Maybe I would say. And I just wanted to finish with two quotes that I really like, that I think that really resonate with my work. There's one from Pier Paolo Pasolini, which said, "Once life is finished, it acquires a sense. Up to that point, it has got a sense. Its sense is suspended and therefore ambiguous." I think it's very, very, very deep. Yeah, until the end, you don't know. It's really me. And also this last one from Louise Bourgeois, a French artist, who said also one day, I am a searcher, I always was, and I still am searching for the missing piece. Here I am searching for the missing piece. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening. And if you want to know more about my work, or if you want to get in touch, you have my just below on the PDF. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with me today. So I'm open for questions if you have any questions.
Your early works, photography, more violence, like based on my personal experience, maybe that's not what you intend to express. But funny enough, your later drawings, I found harmony. I like your drawing a lot, and I like that graphic elements and graphic presentation. Very neat. The drawing is pretty successful.
Thank you, Chris. I think you're right. I think my work is open to emotions and this kind of words you could say like violence or harmony are words that really talk to me. They really, I think it's about that. It's about, I'm just a human being showing, trying to show what I have inside me, what's going on. And it's, I try to do it in a humble way. But yeah, sometimes you have violence, harmony. I think it's also the way we grow. We grow as human, we grow as artists, we grow old as well. Is I think we have to find an harmony. Maybe when we come to Earth, when we just get, you know, when we're just born, maybe it's quite chaotic. We have to find a way to be in this world. So yeah, maybe the beginning was tainted with violence. Yeah, probably actually. So yeah, good thought.
Or maybe conflicts.
That's for sure, conflicts. Yeah. I think it's a base. It's something we all come through. It's something that is really important. I think as an artist, you can be conceptual. You can be you can exclude this and be more focused on the idea and the concepts. But I think I realized that because at the beginning I was doing a lot of conceptual work, and I found that the best way for me to do art was just to follow what I really had inside me, because it's something I can explore forever. I can explore easily, and something that I can share, something that, yeah, I think I definitely want to connect with that. With some other artists that did that. For example, Louise Bourgeois, she worked a lot on her own history, trauma. For example, Yayoi Kusama, but it's more like in a therapeutic way, or even Tracy Amin, this kind of person that managed to bring something different from their own life into something they could sublimize. Hello, everybody. Yeah, bye.